Welcome back to another Crush Your Mountain episode. And if Murphy's Law had anything else to do this week, it dropped it and came to my Facebook page where I'm trying to hold a live podcast. Lord knows anything that could go wrong did go wrong. I had an amazing conversation with Alyssa Couture. She's a brilliant fabric fashion health coach. She's got so much information that she can share, and we had a great conversation. We talked about how color and energy affects you, and therefore the clothes that you wear can affect your health and affect your well-being in so many other ways. Well, we did the podcast and we thought we were live, only to find out that after all the rushing and technical challenges, it never recorded. However, I wanted to share with you just some of her incredible insights. And so I'm going to post on the channel and later on in my YouTube channel, I'm going to post our pre-programmed recording video. Check this out. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I am excellent. Well, I want to make sure, first of all, that I have pronounced your name right with all the proper accents. So I'm going to try it, and you tell me if I'm right. It's Alyssa Couture.
Yes, that's the proper way to say it. Yeah.
Well, I try to be proper whenever I can. You know,
Yeah.
so,
No, I mean a lot of people say couture,
mm-hmm.
but couture is the most correct way to say it.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you
So
something.
there's both. You can.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
I don't remember. It's okay. What were you gonna say?
No, I'll tell you. It tells us right away. Okay, when you pronounce it correctly, it tells you a lot about you. It says you are of French Normandy descent. And
Well, yes. I'm French Canadian,
mm-hmm.
but technically, yes, it's French Normandy.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know more than I do.
Yeah. So does that mean that you're from? Does that mean you're from the Quebec region? Est-ce que vous parlez français?
I don't even know. And I don't speak any French.
Okay.
You
Okay.
sound like a pro. You definitely sound like a pro. Do you speak French?
Un petit peu, a little bit.
Wow.
I just learned.
Wow.
So as I mentioned, I thank you so much for signing up. And I don't know if you've been to my channel. It's going to get revamped. Right? Well,
yeah, I have. I love it. It's great.
Thank you. I have a number of different individuals, and those are all pre-recorded. My goal now, is to continue doing a monthly broadcast, but to do it through Facebook Live and then post it on the channel. Okay. And what struck me most about about what you do is the concept of healthy fashion. And I was looking through your information. I saw your book. It's a beautiful cover. I love it. I want you to just give me an idea, because we'll have. I try not to go too long, but it all depends on how engrossed I can be in the subject. And this one seems pretty engrossing. So much to cover. So tell me a little bit about the effect of fashion on a person's health.
Okay, I missed that. I'm so sorry. The screen froze.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, you are in Canada?
No.
Where are you
I'm
now?
in California. I'm in California.
California. Okay. Well, that's still a large distance. So tell me a little bit more about, and by the way, I've got a bunch of stuff going on. So this doesn't happen on the show, but this is our interview for the show. So my wife's out planting our ferns and stuff, and we got the maintenance man doing work here because I hired him to take care of some things. So I got lots going on. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about fashion and health. How does fashion affect your health? Why is that important? What have you discovered in terms of that? Some negative aspects of fashion. Talk to me.
Yes, so there's many different ways and directions that you can take in regards to fashion for health.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily for your show, I could definitely talk about fashion and the physical health effects. I think that your following would be most interested in the types of materials that people are prone to wear for health healing. And I've done some considerable research about plant-based fabrics being very pH balanced and cleansing, purifying for the body versus the synthetic polyester that evolved in the 1930s. So the textile production right now, in regards to our health, is really extreme because we're dealing with thousands of different chemical treatments on the fibers and within the dyes and textile treatments. And we're being bombarded by these harsh chemicals and slightly acidic fabrics that may not be breathable to the body. So, in regards to health and wellness, I really touch upon uh, fabrics and materials, ergonomic designed materials, designs and silhouettes that treat the body for freer movement, for comfort, and for function in many different various ways. And as well as the aesthetics, I do talk about. I talk about the aesthetics and style and embracing people's unique expression and how it's healthy and healing to sort of connect with our archetypes. And I
Okay,
believe
now
I,
tell me. Now
oh,
let me stop you right there for a second, okay? Because I
yeah,
love that concept right there. Now you gave me a bunch of stuff, which like starts my mind churning. But what stopped me in my tracks was when you said connecting with our archetypes. Now, and that is a very powerful, unique perspective that I think would work well. So could you just elaborate on that just a little bit? We'll probably um, probably touch on that definitely on the program.
awesome. So basically, what I had put in the book and part of my work is creating a new perspective in fashion by diminishing the ego and shallow based ways of judging fashion in egotistical way, a superficial way, and bringing our attention into focusing on looking at fashion in public and on ourselves as a sense of honoring our body and honoring the archetypes. So I take the stereotypical way of fashion versus the archetypical way, and I use the Jungian or Jungian archetypes, the innocent, the hero, the adventurer, and versus the stereotypical types of viewing fashion, the hippie, the jock, the bohemian,
Mm,
the
right.
clown, and sort of bringing, instead of the clown, they're the magician. Instead of the jock, they're the hero and the adventurer. So I bring in these archetypes in order to try to honor ourselves and our body and not just look at fashion in a superficial way, because I believe the archetypes can enhance and enlighten us and make us feel more comfortable within our body and more respectful for ourselves and others when we
Okay.
choose our type of dressing.
So I might just do one of these so that you don't catch you off guard. Okay. I might just say, and you can tell me what you think right now. Right now, I have this on, and a pair of jeans here, and this bracelet, and this ring. So where would I fit in the archetypal spectrum?
That's a very good question. And I would say that you're kind of multidimensional. You're tapping into different archetypes. You're
Hmm.
tapping into sort of the hero, because and the adventurer. You're having multi-dimensional aspects of archetypes because you look very well put together and stately, as well as you have some jersey on, which makes it sort of athletic. So you have that I would say you would have a little bit of a hero, adventurer, athlete archetype going on,
Okay,
and based on the other types of forms of dressing that I've perceived on you. I do,
okay,
that's just one impression.
okay,
You have numerous different archetypes and numerous different impressions that you can evolve and be put in. And like I said, this is a study that is completely complex, and I have very simplified it down to the very basics.
yeah,
So me just saying that you have some of the athlete, adventurer, hero archetypes, it doesn't mean that that's I'm putting you into a bubble and that's just all you're presenting. But part
right,
of that, I believe, you are presenting that as part of it. I can read your energy and aura too. It's not just the clothing. I'm an energy
okay.
healer.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So now we're going to talk a bit more about the archetypal things. You mentioned Monsanto and the GMOs in your little write up, and that's something that struck me right away because so much of the illnesses nowadays are actually basically due to the pesticides and things like that. How has that seeped into the fabric of our lives and the fabric that we wear? And how has it? And what can we do to protect ourselves and our families?
Well, this is a passionate discussion of mine as well. And I find that in the 1930s, Monsanto was actually one of the developers of rayon, acrylic, acetate polyesters, the synthetic fabrics. And they actually developed a laundry detergent called All. They were the developers of a synthetic, artificial, very toxic all detergent.
Mm,
And the at this point, there's an incredible alarming number of cotton and other like wheat and other types of plants that are GM,
yeah,
genetically
genetically
modified.
modified, right?
And I would say organic fabrics is the best. They're the
Mm-hmm,
cleanest and the purest.
mm-hmm,
If you do have to, but you don't have to go completely organic. There's some really nice fabric stores like Hemp Traders.
mm-hmm,
They sell hemp fabrics and sell to retailers and wholesalers hemp fabrics, and they're not completely organic, but they do use a little bit of pesticides and fertilizers, but it's just to keep the crop going. It's not like it's a very toxic filled fabric. So if you
mm,
can't go organic, which most of us cannot have 100% organic wardrobe, and
mm.
I don't think it is possible, but it's very rare. So at this point, the GM is crazy and it's very upsetting. It's ruining the soils, as you know, and they're even creating a new fabric called Ingeo, which is a corn-based fabric, which is too acidic for our bodies, for one, because they're using the actual kernel of the corn to develop it. But there's a host of different GMs, crops happening. And when I talk about introducing more and more different plants into the spectrum of a plant-based wardrobe, and for the textile industry, the GM could be an issue, but I think that it's going to I'm not very an expert on this topic of GM, but I
Well,
know
we
that
don't
it's
have
running
to.
rampant. Yeah,
It's okay.
it's running. Yeah.
We're a bit out of time. That's okay. I just want to get an idea of the feel, and I think you'd be a great fit. And I said, get
Okay.
an idea of what some of the things we can talk about. And like I said, we'll have more time on the show because the show lasts anywhere from half an hour to maybe 45 minutes, all depending on how. And usually, so the live is going to last a certain amount of time, but then I'll probably turn over and I might whittle it down or something like that for the YouTube version of it. Depends. But I really am so intrigued and excited to
Oh,
get
good.
a chance just to meet you and to get that positive energy from you as well. You know, I mean, I'm about a minute over, and I still have a question. If you're in, and the question is, when you said energy healer, do you do qigong? Do you do Reiki? What is the thing?
Well, I go to vortexes on the planet energy vortexes. So I'm a planetary energy healer. I work with the energy grids and the ley lines at actual sites in
Wow,
nature.
wow,
Yeah, so that's what I do. Yeah.
wow. Okay. That will be a you're gonna be a sequel. I can see you got a sequel coming up here already. Okay. Well, Alyssa Couture, thank you so very much, and look forward to getting you set up for Crush Your Mountain Wellness. What I will do is I'll send you the link and the specific day and time that we'll be doing it. And like I said, well, right now it's once a month, so it might be some months out, okay? Because I still am handling my full-time position. I'm also handling I'm a married man, and I'm
Yeah.
a great grandfather, and you know, and I'm a minister, and I do all these different things. So I try to try to space everything out. Make
That's
sense?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
congratulations.
thank you. So hopefully we'll get the chance to chat some more. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll send you an email, and we'll talk soon. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. God bless.
Ciao. Bye bye now. Big shout out to Alyssa Couture for a wonderful interview. Sorry we couldn't get things going the way we wanted to, but I really want everyone to know about a fantastic book, Healthy Fashion, the deeper truth about fashion, and think about the fabrics that you wear, how it can affect your health, the positive energies you can draw, and what it says about you as an individual. What archetype are you? Listen, if you find any of this information valuable or even entertaining, do me a favor on the YouTube channel. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Let us know that you're watching. That way I can continue to give you more insightful information. And again, there's more coming up. We've got some of the most amazing individuals in terms of health, wellness, and personal growth. You're going to meet a gentleman who overcame cerebral palsy. You're going to meet a gentleman who overcame ADHD and works with individuals with ADHD. You're going to meet a gentleman who was blown up by a suicide bomber, only to return and become a coach that helps others get through their challenges. Talk about Crush Your Mountain. This is going to be fantastic. And we can't forget Dr. Gans Farens, as well as Dr. Staniak, with Dr. Razek. We've got a ton of individuals here that will provide some powerful information for you to walk away with. So I certainly hope you stay with me on this journey, and I also will be posting information in our group, little articles that you can read just to think about. If you had a chance to read What Does It Mean to Crush Your Mountain, if you haven't had a chance to do so, please do. If you've had the chance to do so, tell me what you think about the concept. Because we're always looking to refine. We're always looking to build. So listen, as I always say, don't just climb your mountain, crush through it. And guess what? I will see you